Hey, how's it going, Strat fans? It's me, Colonel Strat, the Strategy Extraordinaire here, and today I got kind of like a Doomstack slash tactic video for you. So, for the Lizardmen, one of their biggest strengths is their monsters. So, as you've seen here, I call this tactic Monster Mayhem. So, what we're doing here is we're using a specific type of monsters, some support monsters mixed with colossal monsters, mixed with some missile monsters, and some just regular monsters, to really help support and make this Doomstack like an unkillable Doomstack. So, what we have here is I've taken just some, basic Carnosaurs. I've also taken Krotgar on Grimlock to help bolster the melee line. And then we have some Basilodons with Arc of Sotex, Solar Engines, and Revivification Crystals for support. The Solar Engines are for pure sniping, just in case we get any big monsters on the enemy side, or to snipe heroes. The Arc of Sotex, they cause, let's see, I gotta find one. Yeah, the Arc of Sotex cause Sotex poison, which is a big damage over time debuff to enemies around them. So it's a nice way to slowly weigh down enemy forces. The Revivification Crystals, I don't have to say anything about them. They heal. And they have 7 charges each, so you usually bring a whole bunch of them. This will keep the monsters healed up, and because it's a .50 heal, it'll heal a monster, a single entity, a whole lot better than any like multiple entity units. And then we have the engines of the gods to do some big old fuck off damage, as well as they have some poison damage, and they're pretty good in a fight. Usually bring a lot of them. And those are our Stegodons. And then I have a couple Troglodons to help support with missile fire, and they have some poison as well. And then in the back, of course, you see the big guys roaring right there. Those are some Dreadsaurians. I don't really use 3; it's kind of overkill, but usually 1 or 2 is enough to make this tactic really work. And you want to keep them close knit, so that Krotgar can keep them around, because he has to use his cold-blooded trait whenever they start to rampage. So you want to kind of save that. And this tactic's really good against like mass clumps of units, even though they still can do good against single entities as well. So let's go on and charge in against this Chaos Force. Again, we're just going to like charge right in. Gonna have the Troglodons fire. And with Arcs of Sotek, gonna go in and support these monsters. Revivification Crystals. Take up positions around here. Alright. There we go. And then we'll do this to help. And of course, we're going to pop our first heal. And there we go. And now these are bound spells, so they're going to do a whole lot of damage. Alright, let's do some damage against these Tzeentchian forces. Alright, focus on the Tzeentch forces. Krotgar, let's go in for him. We're already starting to cause a lot of damage to them. Alright, Revivification Crystal on that one. There's yours. That one. Get that one. There we go. Focus on that one. Basilodons. Always want to keep them in the fight as well, as much as possible. Because the more that they're in the fight, the better they're going to be. And if you can clump them, that makes it even better. You want to try to keep the revivification crystals around as well, so that you can heal them back up when they take too much damage. Come on, Crocker, get over there. Yeah, they're starting to crumble there. Yeah, okay, Crocker, you need to use your cold-blooded on this guy. He's rampaging. There we go. Save him. Let's get him out of there. Crocker, focus him down. There we go. They're starting to all crumble. And we got them in like 4 minutes because this is such a good synergy between all these different monsters. And then because they're monsters, they naturally have an aversion against like clumped units. So already we did so well. Alright, so that was pretty quick. I feel like I haven't showed you the big... Like, I'll show you another matchup against like a few monsters added into their roster, to the enemy's roster, just so you can get a better feel for it. But that's pretty much the gist of the tactic, is to keep everyone together and to just, you know, focus down enemy units and try to keep the enemy heroes focused down as well. You know, and you can pick and choose which monsters you want, because it is effectively a Doomstack, but you want to have monsters that support other monsters, and then monsters that can deal with damage. You see, you notice how not one monster dropped below 50% health. It's because we had so many supporting monsters helping them out. Alright, let's show you another tactic with some enemy monsters added into the mix. Alright, and for this one, I've switched out a few things on my end. I've gotten rid of Archosotex in favor of Solar Engines, just because the enemy has brought a Bloodthirster and a couple spawns of Beasts of Nurgle. So we're going to want to focus down the enemy big heroes, the big monsters, so that our big monsters don't get clobbered by their big weapon strengths. So that's why I switched out for some more Solar Engines, because they're really good at sniping enemy monsters and heroes. You know, along with the Troglodons, this is our like missile line here. These Troglodons and Solar Engines. Alrighty, so let's keep going. So we're going to want to set up our missile line here. And we'll want to keep our other lines going in, while the missile lines try to target some big old flying units. Like him, for example. There we go. Alright, now that he's been dealt with, we need to deal with the Bloodthirster. Let's heal these guys up. Do the Engine of the Gods. To mop up these these guys. Alright. And then look at that. It's so much. Do the revocation crystals again. There we go. And then continuing to focus down the Bloodthirster and do a whole lot of damage. You don't want to get monsters caught. You want them to be catching the enemy. You don't want them caught by the enemy. Again, using the revivification crystals when we can, we overpower our guys. And the Basilodons with the solar engines are doing a whole lot of props. Whole props to them. We're probably okay, they're rampaging. Let's rampage. Okay, so they're rampaging. Where's our Troglodons at? Oh, they must have gone into the fight, didn't they? They weren't supposed to. There's one. You get out of the fight. You get out of the fight. Yeah, he's starting to crumble. Alright. Let's finish off the Demon Prince. Send those guys over there. The revivification crystals aren't completely perfect. They do have a weakness and a downside, but they're still really good. Like they're keeping our troops healed up. And again, only took a few minutes. Took a little longer because we have these enemy beasts to deal with. But again, our having those guys, it just snipes them so much. So hope you guys enjoyed this tactic, and that you can use this Doomstack type. And I encourage you guys to try your own combinations, because the Lizardmen, their biggest strength is their monsters, and they're, as you can see, they can have a monster-centric army, Doomstack type army, that can beat pretty much anything that comes near it. If whether it be big monsters, heroes, clumps of infantry, even artillery, they can overheal with the revivification crystals. If you use the tool monsters that the Lizardmen give you, then you do really well. If you bring just regular monsters, then they're going to only have enough shelf life, as much health as they have. But if you bring them with support monsters, you can make an effective Doomstack that can overheal itself and just decimate anything. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to keep it strategic, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. And as always, guys, keep it strategic. Colonel out.